My name is Kailu, and I'm the co-founder of HelloAva. So today I'm gonna share with you a little bit about my company for sure, but more importantly, how I get here and all the walls I've hit in life. Um, so just a little bit background. HelloAva is a tech-enabled beauty product recommendation engine that recommend products based on your skin needs. And if we talk about startup founders, immediately you might think of my background as, with a computer science degree or an MBA, like you guys. But my background actually looks like this. So I came to the US when I was 18, went to Parsons pursuing a degree in fashion design. Very far away from what I'm doing right now, but it was actually not. So when I first came to Parsons, I was dreaming that one day I will be sitting at fancy design studios, drawing sketches, dressing models, or taking up front row seats at fashion shows. But it didn't happen. So obviously, what went wrong? To be honest, I didn't know, especially back then. I was doing quite well as a fashion design student, interning at famous design studios, and just got back from London, from Central St. Martin's. Everything looks good. But I know deep in my heart, I didn't feel that that was something that I want to devote or commit my life to. So I decided to take, a little break from school and also from fashion. And that happens to be the best decision that I've made in my life. And honestly, being a 20-year-old getting lost in New York City, that was actually a gift. And that was, one of the best things that could happen to you. Because that means that my world was open to all these opportunities, and I was exploring so hard and being so loud about my exploration. And I was very fortunate to work in business and get in touch with all forms of art. And later on, I got a lot of exposure in tech by accident. So I went back to school, still not sure what I'm gonna do with all these new findings that I have had in the year of exploration. But one day when I was researching about my thesis collection at the library, and I was staring at this stiff fabric, and then I was like, this is so antiquated. And as a fashion designer, this medium that you need to use to tell a story is through fabrics, it's through color, through shapes, but that's very limited, especially in this day and age where we have a lot of digital transformation. So I thought, what if with the device we have on our hand, we can bring all these fabrics and stories to life? So I had this crazy idea of introducing AR and VR in fashion and develop an app that could activate four-dimensional elements on garments. So I started to tell this story to my professors, my classmates, and everyone thought I was crazy because back in 2016, the world of technology and fashion was so far apart from each other. But I was, young, and I didn't know much about, I wasn't afraid or anything. And more importantly, I was very much excited by the idea of, what if this could happen? So I taught myself how to make AR and VR experiences and taught myself how to code. And I was very fortunate to assemble a team of engineers and animators together. And we did make it happen. And this is the result that you can see here. And this is the presentation we did at the New York Fashion Week. So after KG projects and Itchy Itchy and the presentation and all of that, I was wondering what's next for me, because the idea of AR, VR, and fashion started as a art project, and I don't have intention to bring it to commercialize it. But at that point, I was very clear and much happier and know what I can do and what makes me happy. So when I met Siki, my co-founder of HelloAva, even though we came from very different walks of life, she used to be in finance, went to business school, but we immediately bonded when we talk about the pimples on our face that we've had. And it turns out that both of us had suffered from acne during the formative years of our life. And we both went through so many trials and errors just trying to find a jar of cream that works for your face. And also asking for friends becomes another challenge because everyone's skin is so different. So we decided to do something about it. And but before that, we were asking if this is something that only happens to the two of us. So we went out, to the street, to the Stanford Mall, and asking people. And it turns out that 90% of the people that we interview have no idea what the ingredients are in the cream that they're putting on their face. So we decided to do something about it, and we're thinking that this is a problem that it's universal. And that's how the idea of HelloAva came about. So when we first started HelloAva, a lot of people would ask us, how do you know if you have found your product market fit? Some people might tell you to look at your numbers. Some people might tell you to talk to some investors. But to us, it was really that gut feeling of when you see there's no solution being offered to the market. I remember when we first started HelloAva, Snapchat did a feature on us. And overnight, we have over 15,000 users flooding into our platform. And remember back at that time, HelloAva was this tiny little startup in New York City, and that amount of traffic will break our platform, and it did. So coming to the office that day, panicking, we had to take the quiz button on our website to make sure that our website still functions. But what's interesting was that it didn't stop people from writing to us. We saw messages like, can you help me? I've been suffering from acne for so long. I've heard of your company from Snapchat. Can you please help me? And they send us email, text us, and even call us. And at that moment, we know that we're solving something that's very meaningful. And it was devastating for me and Siki to see all these young 18-year-olds suffer from acne during these formative years of their lives, just struggling to find the right product to use. And it's not only about your skin, it's very much a confidence. It hurts your confidence. And at that moment when we see this, we know that we have found our product market fit. So now that I look back, I realize that a lot of things might not make sense at the moment, from fashion to tech, from VR to AR. But now I can very clearly understand why I make that choice. And a lot of, if you follow your intuition and keep hustling, all of these will come together at the end. And now I realize why being a fashion designer didn't satisfy me. It's because I really truly believe in problem solving and bringing a solution to the public and serve the community. And being a designer and an entrepreneur actually has a lot in common because we build things. And by doing HelloAva, right here, I'm able to marry the two. So that's my story.